What does your favorite game say about you? Better yet, what is your favorite thing, in my opinion at least, say about people as a person? It's not an easy question. I didn't think it was ever going to be an easy question. But does nostalgia, like the feeling of nostalgia, overtake the ability to perceive things in a new light? I think that's a great question that a lot of people don't think about. You think an idea is good at one moment, and then at the next moment it isn't so hot anymore. I guess rose tinted goggles are a real thing in that aspect. So the question is, does nostalgia cloud your vision when it shouldn't? Or should it cloud your vision? How would you know if something is perfect the way it was whenever it wasn't perfect to begin with? Basically, is what I'm getting at. It's a confusing question because it's not like, oh, this is the answer, you know? It's a very serious question, which I don't think a lot of people, I'm not going to just say me, but I don't think a lot of people take well to super serious brain teasing questions, you know? It's a very hard question, like I've been saying. I don't want to keep rambling on that. Minecraft, and I hate that I'm bringing Minecraft, the game of nostalgia bait, the whole thing that started nostalgia bait and all that. I hate to even bring it up, but does it matter that Minecraft is changing to appeal to a younger generation? And does it matter that games are getting remastered now? And it doesn't matter that everything is in a different light than what it used to be? Is there actually a change, or are we just seeing change as a bad thing? Or is it actually a bad thing? I think that's the real question there. The answer to that is, I don't know. And normally, I try to just be able to answer questions, in like a somewhat reasonable manner, in my opinion. But I think it is the question now, and this happened a year ago, but it's been happening years before that too. So it's not like this is a first time, first come thing. This happens frequently with me. With me, at least. I'm but a person in another person's skin, VTubing and all that. This question doesn't go as deep as to say, does nostalgia cloud your vision? I think it's the question of, does nostalgia cloud my vision and my perspective? Before I can answer the question of if it does, I need to answer if it does it to myself. Because it's a very personal question. It's not a easy to swallow pill. It's quite a complicated one. So, I guess the question now again is, where do we go from here with the channel and with, I guess, my perspective? I can't do this forever. Realize that now. And I know no one really... I don't have any big fans. Obviously I have fans. That's a no-brainer. People care about what I do because I care about it. But I have no people who are specifically here for the VTubing or the Minecraft or the gaming or the opinions or whatnot. You know what I mean? Especially recently, I've noticed this. Recently, with my videos that I do try on, yes, they're getting views, but they're not getting nearly as many more views as what, say, a view from another channel, you know? And granted, that's due to poor effort on my behalf. I have been very lazy with my content. So, I think, where do we go from here? That is the question. That is the question that I started it with. Does nostalgia cloud my vision, or should I just give up while I'm ahead? You know? I put effort into another channel. I'm not going to say the name of it, doesn't matter. Because this doesn't pertain to that channel. It only pertains to this channel. That channel doesn't deserve attention out of my fault. Not even really a fault, more of a opinion. I think it requires more perspective on my part of what's going on. Shocking, I know. Shocking, I'm a man. Duh. But I don't think... you can tell, right? I didn't need to say that. But I think it's now the thing of... I'm a man that dresses up as a girl online to get views and attention. And it's not even the part of, oh, I don't like doing it. I really like doing it. Right? This is fun for me. This isn't, but by all means, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not boring. Right? This is fun whenever I get to just sit down on my computer and do things with a 3D model, right? This is cool. This is awesome technology, right? I don't always have time, though, to sit at a computer, right? I'm a man. I have my own life. I don't even make money off of this. So, at the end of the day, this is all out of pure fun and passion. For me, at least. I'm just... When is it okay to say that it's not weird? It is weird. It is. Duh. But when will it be fine, I guess? Is the better question. And I've posted a lot of these videos, especially recently, where it's all past videos from other things and shit that doesn't really relate to anything. And it all boils down, for me at least, to one big central plot of I either need redirection or this channel is gonna stop. It sucks that it's came to that. Really, it has. It's not a fun pill to swallow. Especially since a lot of the stuff I have put in, the effort is what I would like to call some of it. A lot of it is AI generated. The model isn't. I spent time making this model. I'm not going to give AI credit for modeling a 3D model that I spent time to do. This hair on top of the model's head, I completely did custom. This wasn't a preset. The glasses were a preset, and the shirt was a preset. But the eyes, I painted myself, and the hair I painted myself, which I don't think turned out half bad. And to see how this character has changed over time, it would be foolish to say that I clearly do not care because I put too much effort for it to be a joke, right? But I don't nearly put enough effort to take it serious, which is getting to me. Does the channel stay or does the channel go is the question. And by go, I don't mean deleted. Go as in I mean I am no longer Vonteia and it just sits here and collects dust. Because realistically speaking, I have plenty of content on this channel to supply me for years. I have at least a year's worth or more, almost 2 years worth of content on this channel that is all, in my opinion, good. I don't think any of this is bad, in my opinion. I quite actually like my content. But it's not a stretch to say that maybe, just maybe, right, that I should move on. This is all opinionative. This is just how I feel about it. Doesn't mean it's the final say. As a matter of fact, if it was the final say, I would have just said bye, and that would have been it. You know, low effort. But I can't help the feeling that I'm gonna miss out, especially since I do like the character. It's a bit of a thing, but I do actually like the character, and I do like VTubing. This isn't just something I hate. And I have shown my face, so it's not like I'm missing anything out by just doing a face reveal. Duh, I've already shown it. There's no point. If anything, it's the opposite of a face reveal. I kind of want to just stay hidden. And not because I hate my face, or not because I think I'm ugly, or anything. I'm not insecure about that. I just enjoy the character that is a mask for myself. Which that's complicated to explain, but I'm me. I am the most me when I'm not on the screen. When I am in front of the screen, I feel like I'm presenting to a crowd, which that could just be a public speaking thing. I'm very social. People who know me know that I'm social. It's not that I'm not social, it's that it's hard to talk to something that's not there. Right? And it's really hard to talk to people who aren't there. Lack of viewers makes me feel like no one's watching, which then makes me a bit insecure, but that's not enough for me to stop. Right? If anything, talking into an empty room is the first way to get someone's attention. Just get on that stage and start talking, you know? And I'm sure I'm going to look back on this video and I'm going to be all like, man, that was stupid of me. But realistically, right, and this is for future me, this happens all the time. I don't even want to call it imposter syndrome. But I feel like the character I play is not who I am as a person. Or not who I want to be as a person. I don't want to be known as the guy who is in his 30s. Not right now, but imagine later down the line. I'm 30 and I'm a man who works minimum wage because I don't make money off YouTube yet. And since I don't do that, I dress up as an anime girl in my free time. And do you see how it comes off as, like, weird? Right? I'm not going to call it bad. By all means, it's not bad. A lot of a lot of people do it. Right? Some being men, some being non-binary, some being female. It's a very common thing where it's not that big of a stretch, right, to say that I'm normal. A lot of people, I'm sure, if people do watch this, will see that I am normal and just think, oh wow, this is just ridiculous how you would think of that. I don't care about my image. I dress up as an anime girl, for crying out loud. I do not care about my image, right? As long as my image isn't built around hate and malice and out of being stupid, right? I don't think I say things that would come off that controversial, but I don't want my image to come off as too controversial. To be honest, this whole video, right, was going to start with me talking about my favorite video game. It was going to talk about Minecraft. It was going to be talking about where the future of this channel is going to be. And now I'm just more or less ranting to the camera. And I feel like it helps. It does help to just sit down and do one of these where I finally get to just release how I feel about everything. Mainly my feelings towards the channel. Mainly my feelings towards a bunch of things right now. But, you know, I'm just... There needs to be change. That's a no-brainer. And I am working on another channel, which I probably will mention at some point, knowing me. But now's not the time. When I mention it, I'll mention it. But until then, oh, it's a mystery. But it doesn't matter, because if that channel takes off more than this channel, then I guess it worked, and then there's no point in admitting it, you know? Especially if now I'm known by that name instead of this name. So I guess if you're a new viewer, this is probably going to be very confusing if you're not new, but if you're new, hi, I'm Vonteia, and you just discovered your little pocket of little gremlin content that you can go and gnaw on that has to do with my personal life and has to deal with me just randomly talking. I'm sure there's some fun jokes, I'm sure there's some bad jokes, but I'm sure for the most part you will probably have a good time. So, if you're watching this and you're new, hi. And also, if you're new, and in case I don't see ya, good morning, good evening, and good night.